Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? It's your boy Jay Barry, and I'm back with another video giving you greatness once again, which is the PlayStation Nation, which is the PlayStation 4. And guys, if you missed the Council podcast, make sure you tune in to the Council podcast. It was a great episode. We had one stop for gamers in there, and yeah, man, we had a blast. We had a lot of fun on the podcast, and we had a very interesting topic that I think you guys should check out. You know what I mean? It was real fun having them on the show. So big shout out to One Stop, big shout out to the Dream Team. You know what I mean? And just know that the PlayStation Nation shall be televised, but we bash Xbox a little bit. But yo, let me get into this video, because this is a real serious video. Okay, I'm going to try to joke around a little bit, but it's a real serious video. And you know what I mean, there's a lot of things that piss me off. Well, not really piss me off, but there's a lot of things that I see and hear in the gaming community that is like, huh? You know what I mean? Like, trust me, I listen to a lot of people. You know what I mean? At work, I just be chilling. You know what I mean? I pop on YouTube and I'll just cycle through, and I'm saying, oh, I heard of this YouTuber. Oh, let me check out this channel. You know what I mean? Let me watch this YouTuber's podcast or something like that. Let me go to this Xbox guy channel and check out his podcast, or check out what he's doing, what he's saying about Xbox and all those things. You know what I mean? I like to be informed on the gaming community and what people are saying. You know what I mean? That's just how I am. That's how I roll. You know what I mean? So I listen to a lot of YouTube channels and a lot of podcasts and stuff like that. And sometimes when I hear certain things, especially when it's about Sony, I'm like, are these people paying attention, man? Are they paying attention, man? What is going on here, man? There's a lot of ignorance in the gaming community. This might be a little controversial video, but there's a lot of ignorance that goes on in the gaming community, man. And I just want to talk about that a little bit, because as a PlayStation gamer, as a PlayStation fan boy, you know what I mean, these things I want to address, because I'm like, huh? You know what I mean? But like certain things I be hearing, oh, Sony's on top, so now they're gonna be stagnant. You know what I mean? They're not gonna work as hard. You know what I mean? Because they're on top. And I'm like, what? I'm like, wait. When I hear people say that stuff, and I listen to their actual reasons on why they say, oh, Sony is being stagnant now because they're on top. You know what I mean? They got everybody in their pocket, so they feel like they can rob the fans and stuff like that. I'm listening to the reasons. People bring up stuff like PS Now and emulation, PS2 emulation, and things like that, and paying for PSN. I'm gonna break that stuff down, because people be like, oh, PS Now. Oh, why Sony charging their fans? Sony ain't charging nobody nothing. You don't have to use PS Now. If you have those PS3 games, why the hell are you even trying to pay for PS Now? Those are for people that probably sold their PS3s. You know what I mean? That's probably didn't get to play those PS3 games, and they have a PS4, and there's a convenient way to play it without any downloading, any patch updates, and you still get your trophies and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Using the cloud. The real cloud. Okay? You know what I mean? Just like a Netflix for gaming. You know what I mean? And people is trying to say like Sony is forcing people to do these things. Like, no, they're not. You don't have to use it. Me personally, do I suggest you to use it? Yeah, because I think PS Now is a great service. I use it a lot. You know what I mean? Right now, I just paid $99 for the whole year. That's $8.30 something cents for the whole year. Each month by month that I paid, where I get to play over 350 games. Some of these games I have not played. You know what I mean? I just found out 2 fighters that I haven't played before on PS3, and I'm having a blast with them right now, playing online, practicing all that stuff using PS Now. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm getting my money's worth. If somebody see it as something that is a service that they don't want to do, then don't do it. You know what I mean? That's like, oh, Netflix, why is Netflix, forcing us to pay $8 to $11? If you have your DVDs and all that and Blu-rays, then don't sign up for Netflix. Plain and simple. That's one. Two, PS2 emulation. This is the biggest hypocrisy that goes on in this game and stuff right now. Where people say, "Oh, PS2 emulation is robbery. Why they pay to pay $15? It's robbery." You know, and the thing is, a lot of Nintendo fans be saying this stuff. Xbox 360 fans say this as well. And I'm like, how is this robbery? Oh, because why are they charging you if you already have the game? Okay, if you already have the game, then you are good to go. You don't need to pay for the PS2 emulation. If you want to get the better version of that game, you know what I mean, in 1080p, whatever frame it is right now, if you want to use the share features, if you want to Twitch stream, if you want to YouTube stream, if you want to do all that stuff, save gameplay, if you want to get trophies, then there you go, then you pay for it. But I don't get these people, you know, say, "Oh, Sony's just robbing their fans. They're just robbing their fans." No, they're not. They're giving their fans an option if they want to do these things. Okay, it's an option. It is not forced upon you. You know what I mean? And that's the thing I'm not understanding. Like, yo, why are these people taking options and thinking that they're being forced upon you? They're not being forced upon you. You don't have to pay for the PS2 game emulation. Like I said, people be like, "Oh, but I already have these games." Show the games then. Show the games. You know what I mean? Go and buy Dark Cloud 2 right now. Go buy it. Go buy Dark Cloud 2 right now on Amazon or any store. You know what I mean? You're paying like $80 to $100 plus. And the kicker is, you don't have any of those features for the game. You can't share play it. You can't Twitch stream it unless you have your own capture device. You know what I mean? You don't get no trophies. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, what's going on with these people? How is that robbing people by giving them an option? Oh, because the Xbox, you have backwards compatibility where, you know, they get the games for free. You don't get no games for free. If you don't have the game, you're not getting it free. There's certain games where you're getting it through Games with Gold, but that's not even free. Games with Gold is not free. You got to pay for that too, people. You have to pay for that. You're not getting it free. It's a service that you pay for, where that's one of the perks. You can get some 360 games by using the Xbox One backwards compatibility. You get that game along with the Xbox One, which is a great feature. I'm not knocking it, but it's not free. Some of these things, yo, I kid you not, yo, I listen to a lot of people, and people's like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up this game again, you know what I mean, because Xbox, you can do the backwards compatibility now. I'm like, okay, so how is that free if you're picking the game up again? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I swear it's just hypocrisy all day. The Nintendo fans, they have something called the Virtual Console, where if a certain game that they love drops on that on that thing that Nintendo have, they're gonna buy it. How many people have bought Mario 3 again? Super Mario Bros. Again. Super Mario World again. You know, Earthbound. How many people bought that again? Did you have those games? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't have these games. Talking about they have these games, they don't have them. You don't have them anymore. I'll say you don't have them anymore. So stop saying it's a robbery when they're giving you an option. And I'm like, the second thing I'm questioning is, how the hell you say Sony is being stagnant when they're giving you games upon games upon games every damn month? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand. Like, yo, why did you buy this console? Did you buy the console just for PS Now with PS2 emulators? No, that's an option, right? You bought the console because of the games. And right now, PS4 is offering the most games. They're offering the most games to their customers. Look at February alone. February alone is like 5 exclusives coming out for this system that you have the option of buying and playing. You know what I'm saying? So how the hell is Sony being stagnant because they're on top? Or is Sony not dropping? Is Sony not giving you any more games? Are they pulling a Microsoft where you're not hearing about anything? Do you have to wait until April to get some games? So how is Sony being stagnant? I just don't get these people, man. Yeah, I be listening to these podcasts sometimes. Like, what? How is Sony being stagnant? You know what I'm saying? That's been like a like a thing that a lot of people been saying, oh, now you on top, now you can just treat your customers however you want to treat them. Like, they haven't been offering you games every damn month. You know what I mean? Big or small, they offering you games. You know what I mean? It's not like you're going months upon months on with a drought. You don't have any droughts here. If you decide not to get a certain game that they're offering, that's on you. That's on you. You decide not to get that, but the option is still there for the other customers. You know what I'm saying? On certain other consoles and other sides, you don't have that choice. You just gotta wait until they drop something. You know what I'm saying? And another thing I hear people saying is the whole PlayStation Network, the PSN. Why are you paying for PSN now? People don't realize that PSN is still a free service. PS Plus is an add-on to PSN, people. It's an add-on. You don't need PS Plus to just use PSN. PSN, you can just use it whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? They added, you can argue is that they added on PS Plus on PS4 where you need to play online, but that's not the only thing you can do on PSN. You don't need PS Plus to access the share features. You don't need PS Plus to Twitch stream or YouTube stream. You don't need PS Plus to watch live streams. You don't need PS Plus to watch Netflix. You don't need PS Plus to do certain things. You need PS Plus to do stuff like if you want to play somebody's game and stuff like that. Those type of things, or play online. But you know what I'm saying? PSN is still a free service with an add-on where they're giving you pretty much, they're telling you on PS4 you need PS Plus now to play online. And the thing is, people be saying, oh, PSN is down every month, every week. Tell any YouTuber you hear saying that, you either bring him my way. Tell him to speak to Jay Barry, or tell him to prove it. Okay, tell them to prove it. This is what we got to do, because I be hearing some things. People be like, oh, PSN down every week. No, it's not. Prove it. A lot of people is saying things, but they're not proving it. You know what I'm saying? Prove it. When's the last time PSN has really been down for PlayStation? Yes, we had January 4th, and then another major outage we had was the Christmas. That's the longest ones I can think of for PSN being down. Now, am I saying there's any hiccups that didn't happen? Yeah, there's probably some hiccups that happened where, the service was down for like an hour, or it was down for like 2 or 30 minutes. I've seen those times where the actual PlayStation status thing is saying that, oh, there's some issues with it, and it will be fixed right away in like a half an hour. You know what I'm saying? But overall, PSN has been pretty stable compared to PS3. It has been pretty stable, and people just lying because that bad stigma from the PS3 is following PS4, where people just saying, oh, it was down. You know what I mean? But let me know in the comment sections how you feel. It's your boy Jay Barry, man, and I'm gone.